Hi, I'm Matt, and today I'm going to be cooking you a dinner for a date. So I'm going to start out today by making au gratin potatoes. What you first want to do is you want to take about 3 or 4 brown potatoes, make sure that they're washed clean, cut off any sort of bruises on them or any of the buds that kind of start growing on them. They're toxic, don't really want to eat them. Now what you first want to do is go ahead and start cutting them in about very small slices, maybe 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch. Okay. If you have a little bit of trouble getting a hold on it, you can always cut off the bottom of it to give you a flat surface like that so it doesn't roll around. If you do have a mandolin for slicing, it makes it a lot quicker. So what I would recommend is actually getting a Kevlar glove, something so you don't cut yourself. Alright. And then you go ahead and get your mandolin and you just start slicing it like this. It makes your job a lot quicker. Right, when you get close to the end, then you can go ahead and use your little thing that it comes with. Now I have to get the last couple slices on there. When you're done, you go ahead and take your potatoes and throw them into a large bowl. Alright, next we want to go ahead and season up the potatoes. So we're going to take about 3 cloves of garlic. Now the easy way to take the peel off the garlic is go ahead and set it down on your chopping board. Take a wide knife like this, go ahead and place it down on top and give it a couple pounds like that. It'll go ahead and it'll crack the garlic, and actually the skin will just come right off. Just go ahead and finish doing that for all your garlic. And then you want to go ahead and mince it into your bowl of potatoes. Now if you don't have a mincer, then you can go ahead and just chop it up really fine. If you're having a problem with it sticking onto your knife, go ahead and coat your knife in a little bit of olive oil, and that will help prevent it from sticking. Okay. So we got our garlic in there. Now we want to go ahead and take some fresh herbs. Fresher is better. If you don't have it, use dried. So go ahead and just pull all the thyme off the big stems. And once you've got that, just go ahead and you want to mince your herbs. Now to mince herbs, what you want to do is go ahead and grab the knife like this, and you want to place your other hand out here. That way it's impossible for you to ever chop your fingers off. And you just want to start going like this, and then you work your way back. And you just kind of keep going back and forth like that, and then you go ahead and scoop it back into a nice little pile again. And just keep going. You want to wait until it's nice and fine like that. Okay, then go ahead and just scoop it up. And we'll go ahead and put that into our bowl. Alright. The bowl should look kind of like that, full of potatoes and all spiced up. Go ahead and we'll add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and a little olive oil to it. So go ahead and strain a little bit of pepper in there. Maybe about 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of pepper. Salt, you just want to put maybe a pinch. I would recommend sea salt. It's a little harder to oversalt. It's harder to oversalt your food with sea salt than if you're using regular table salt. And then maybe about 2 teaspoons to 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, just take a large spoon, or if you don't mind getting dirty, your hands. Just kind of want to mix it all together. Okay, now that you have this all mixed together, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to about 375 degrees. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to start laying your potatoes into the pan. Now you can just throw them all in there, but it's not going to cook quite as evenly as you want to. So what I recommend doing is you're going to actually start overlaying the potatoes like this in kind of a spiral pattern. And you're going to start going around it just like this. And you're going to keep going over, and then every time you've filled up a layer, you want to go ahead and grate some cheddar cheese, or you can actually do Parmesan cheese, which is the classic version. I prefer cheddar. And then you're going to put a layer of cheese. So just keep on. Okay, now you take your fresh grated cheddar cheese and you want to go ahead and just put kind of an even layer all across the potatoes. Make sure that you get into the corners as well. You don't want to really skip out there. You kind of tend to burn on the edges if you don't get it there. So it helps to distribute the oils once it's actually cooking. Okay, now that you have everything layered on top and you have all your potatoes in here, just go ahead and put the final layer of cheese on there. You want to make sure you get a nice coating of cheese on the very top of here. Once all that's done, you're going to take some heavy cream. Now you don't want to use milk because it's okay if heavy cream gets closer to the boiling point. And you don't want to accidentally make the mistake of using baker's cream, as that is sweetened. That would not taste good in here. So you want to go ahead and put quite a bit of heavy cream into here. And that's going to go ahead and it'll start draining down towards the bottom. And this is about 1 pint in here. I'll give it a little bit of a shake. Kind of helps get down toward there, and it will actually help to cook the potatoes a little more evenly, and it will give it kind of more of a creamy flavor. Once this is done, go ahead and pop it in the oven. You can cook it for about an hour until when you poke it with a fork, it'll be nice and tender. If you don't have a pie pan that you've gone ahead and placed this in, make sure that you go ahead and pull it out with a oven mitt, because your handle will get very hot when it's in the oven. So you want to go ahead and place it kind of right in the middle of your oven up here. Okay? Once again, it's set at 375, and you're going to bake it for 1 hour. Alright, and it should be nice and crispy, and like I said, poke it with the fork, make sure it's done. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take the potatoes out. I'm going to go in here, pull these out. Ooh, yeah, look at these. They've developed that really nice kind of golden brown crust on the outside. Okay, now like I said, since this is for a date, when you go to wash your hands, you probably have a large garlic smell in there from doing your garlic work. So, instead of having to go out and buy one of those little steel bars that they sell, what you can do is, if you are living on campus, you have a stainless steel faucet. As you're washing your hands, go ahead and rub them all over the faucet, because you don't have to worry about getting it dirty, someone else will clean it for you. Okay, rub them all over, and then afterwards, no more garlic.